balling this podcast
We're
right now.
balling this one hard
free
as
balling.
fuck. Alright.
But I'm not as lit, so I think it'll be
It's-
better.
We're not all as lit. I'm high as fuck, I ain't gonna lie though. And, yo, I'm excited.
Good day,
This
gang.
is good. So, we got video on now. Yeah. Fucking do this shit. Alright, so what the fuck is happening? Did you guys hear that the XFL is coming back?
Yeah, didn't The Rock buy it? Like, I know he like partnered with someone, but still, it's like The Rock. I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to handle it. I hope it's The Rock. He definitely has like the money and like that like celebrity presence.
Yeah, but I was gonna say he has the name that backed it.
Yeah. I mean, Vince McMahon. I mean, he had a name too, but I feel like not.
Nah,
as
but
many
The
people
Rock's
took him
different though.
seriously.
The Rock's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, like he has like actual like friends and stuff in the industry and stuff. Like.
Well, he's just like he's more of a public like face, like you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Like yeah, people know Vince McMahon, but he's not as big as The Rock, dude. The Rock was in fucking Jumanji 1, the new Jumanji, both of them fucking Jumanji movies.
Pretty much any movie where you have to run down a falling building, he's in it.
Or cop.
Yeah.
Or some sort of military.
Big bags.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
No, he's never
got
been cast as a
down.
ballerina.
What?
Yes, he has. He's done ballerina shit before.
Yeah, when he did that one movie where he had the kid or something. I
With
know
the
that's very
babysitter?
big. Huh?
The babysitter?
No. The one where it was like he was a football player and then like the mom just like dropped the kid off and the mom died or I don't know, some weird shit. And then it was just him and it was like a daddy-daughter fucking movie.
And he was a football player.
Yeah, he was a football player. And then like she has like a ballerina recital shit. I don't know if he actually does shit. I feel like he does. I don't know. It's looking back a pretty terrible movie, but hey. So
Sounds
movies
terrible, yeah.
sometimes they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Especially when you're drunk as fuck. You're like, what the fuck is happening in this movie?
Yeah.
It's
And then
called
you-
the game plan.
Yeah. Yeah, that generic of a movie title.
Yeah, great title.
Jesus. But yeah, so I think they could possibly bring in, like football back. Because the NFL's failing because all the like everyone's getting sick. Too many people, too many teams. Coaches are old. People are like overweight or whatever. But with the smaller teams of the XFL, think of doing the dome and the bubble.
Yeah, no,
Sell
and that's a huge
tickets.
thing that's been shown
Huge
right now so
resurgence.
far in sports is the sports that are using the dome kind of like bubble practice.
Right.
They're doing well. Like both the NBA and NHL have had 0 reports of someone like testing positive inside the bubble, compared to you've had like multiple MLB teams where like teams have to just cancel games because too many of their players / staff are infected. You have players that are just dipping out of nowhere now. And then I guess college football, they're hella having that issue too. Like they're trying to start it up. And especially the biggest issue of college is like, good luck trying to keep a bunch of college kids inside a bubble. Like, it's not happening. They're gonna fucking go
They
out
have
and
a
try
hard
to
time with these
party.
grown-ass adults in the fucking NBA doing it.
Right. Yeah, like the
These are
stripper who's
confused.
trying to rat out Lou Williams. She's trying to claim that she gave him a lap dance when he visited the strip club that he claimed he only went to get wings for. And that's just violating stripper ethic code.
Yeah. That's true.
Like, banned
That's
from
a stripper
everything.
that now has no credibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your stripper can't have discretion. Why is she on your dick?
She's gonna have to resort to an OnlyFans or something. I don't know. I don't think he wants to make private dances with her anytime soon. Like, no, I don't know. You might call my wife and be like, hey, say no.
Speaking of bubbles, should we talk basketball real quick?
Yeah.
Nuggets barely winning by the skin of their teeth.
Oh, but here's the
Even
thing.
though I will say Harris is still out, Millsap is still out, right?
No, Millsap I think just played limited.
Oh, he was limited because I only
Yeah.
caught the last quarter and 2 overtimes.
Barton was also still out, but it's been
That's-
better.
yeah.
It's been better because MPJ's been starting. But they were also down by 18 at one point, so they came all the way back. They went on a crazy like 10-0 run.
Jeez.
Were up by 4, and then they just choked it away. So basically, it was the Nuggets ball. They were inbounding up by 4. Jokic does a stupid ass pass, and Michael Porter can't even grab it that well. It just goes out of bounds. Portland gets it. Lillard just hits this, not Lillard, fucking Donovan Mitchell hits this crazy where literally they pass it. He's at the top of the key, and he just like turns around and shoots it. Like he had maybe 0.1 second look at the hoop, drills it, they down by 1, and then the Nuggets hit something or whatever, and then he hits another shot, and then it's a tie game, goes into overtime. No, he hits another shot to take the lead or some shit, and then the fucking time clock stops. Like, I don't know, it's a very sloppy game. You could tell, like, the refs didn't even know what they were doing.
One shot.
I'm okay.
Done.
I'm good. But, so that game was pretty crazy.
Putting a double overtime.
Yeah, double overtime, and
Jesus Christ.
Murray bricked the last 2 free throws that would have put him up by 4, and so the Jazz technically had a chance to win it, but like they had to shoot at half court, and it was kind of hard. Yeah, it wasn't happening.
Damn.
And then T.J. Warren, he's this dude. He's not that old, but he's not that well known. He was on the Suns last year, and they literally traded him to the Pacers just for cash. Like, they didn't even want a player, no value. They were just like, we want to get rid of his salary, give us some money. He is now has the most amount of points in the bubble so far. He's averaging like fucking 34 points a game. He's just lighting it up, and people don't understand. So I think it's interesting, like, the bubble environment is making some players, like, really strong.
Yeah.
And then other ones, like, I don't know, they're sucking.
Well, because all the pressure's gone. As far as like the crowd, the energy, and everything's like, kind of like open gym almost. Like, but
That's a really good point.
Far,
Yeah, I wonder how much the the spectators add to the energy. You know, like, I mean, when you're at the game, you definitely feel it. You know, it's like, and I'm sure that's amplified. You know, being on the court. You know.
Oh yeah.
That's a really good point.
And
Yeah,
then
you can imagine like being in Boston and like you just got all these white guys just talking like hella shit.
Sure. Yeah.
And no one shouting out MVP.
Yeah, saying like racist shit, like. Just,
Oh.
I wonder how much racist shit is said that isn't, like caught, or like.
Do you think players ever say racist shit to each other? Like,
No,
like
nah,
motherfucker tosses
they're
out
way
Larry
too
Bird
careful.
and looks back at him. He's like, "Ha, white boy." Keeps on going. Larry Bird's like, "Caca." That's what she did.
Nah, I think the NBA
It's
would
like,
crack down
it
on
don't
that.
matter.
Yeah, I remember he was already
Probably.
retired, but Kenyon Martin, he tried talking shit about Jeremy Lin because Jeremy Lin kept doing like different hairstyles and some of them were like African American based in style. And so he basically was like, "Oh, Jeremy Lin over here appropriating black culture or whatever," and just being a dick. And then Jeremy Lin like wrote this super polite thing like, "Hey, Martin, I used to have your poster on my wall. I really respect you and blah, 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 and I think it's cool when other people can express other people's cultures, just like how you have Chinese tattoos on you."
Yeah.
And like he said it so polite, but just like smack that ass into place. And he literally had to come out and like apologize because he just looked like an asshole.
Yeah. Jesus.
And so it goes to show, sometimes the best way to fuck someone over is just kill them with kindness.
Get into brass tacks. How many bottles of vodka do you think you guys can slam down before you're down for the count?
What size, and like, do I get to pick like the brand? The chaser?
They're the
There's a lot of
Kirkland
things.
version of Grey Goose. And
Like a 750 milliliter?
And you got a chaser.
And chaser of choice?
Yeah.
Unlimited or like whatever, like I only get a 2 liter, like how does this work?
No, that's unlimited. You're good. But you need to eat before. If you don't eat, you don't.
Oh, of course, yeah, you definitely gotta
So we
eat.
like talking in
So
the
we're saying full stomach, unlimited chaser, and you can do whatever the fuck you
Go
want.
until you pass out or puke?
Go until you pass out. How much vodka do you think you can take down?
Not much. Maybe half a bottle.
That's where I'm.
I'm a light
at-
drinker, bro.
I'm at
I
I can maybe do a smaller bottle.
I could probably at least do that full bottle, but I'm probably very close to
I mean, what's
blacking
our
out.
time limit?
You got until you black out in 24 hours, I'd say.
In 24 hours?
Yeah, but
Oh,
you're
24 hours,
consistent-
way
or you or you're done. You're off for the count.
Oh, so once you pass out, you're out.
let's say like 8 hours. Like if you don't finish it in 8
Yeah,
hours.
yeah. Just you're just going
like
until
a
you're
night.
blacking out. Yeah.
It's like a night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but a long night. You're not like down and getting like 5
I want to
seconds.
say
You know.
3/4 of a handle before I'm probably like just done. So if I'm genuinely full.
Yeah.
Well, I can do half a bottle by myself, just coasting.
The vodka.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm talking the big bottles. So I'm saying I can
No,
do a
you
bottle.
want to do the
and-
big bottles?
Yeah, so I
Alright.
would do 3/4 of the big bottle, I think.
I mean,
It's like a bottle and a
like
half.
a full smaller bottle.
Yeah, so like a 750 milliliter bottle and then another half of one.
Jesus Christ.
I think before I'd be completely done so. But by then I'm
and that's
out.
like you out. Like,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
out. You are so you're puking everywhere.
I'm not getting to my bed.
Dog.
My alarm is
No,
not
you're
waking
passing out
up.
on the fucking hallway before your bed.
And you wake up sweaty too.
Sweaty as fuck.
I
I hate that, dude.
Do you remember trying to pour the bottle?
Yeah.
You passed out shortly after that, bro. Like, fucking out. I had to carry you upstairs. You know how hard that is?
I also hadn't eaten much that day though. And yeah, I was even bigger than 2. You didn't have to. You could have just left me in the kitchen.
No, that's...
I would've figured it out.
That's not what homies do.
True.
No, and was that the same night that I then woke up and I accidentally slept in your roommate's bed?
And
I literally was like a motherfucking Goldilocks, went to the bathroom, was still like half drunk, and just like looked around, and I was like, fuck, what bed was I in? And I just go to the first door I open, and like there's just an empty bed, and I'm like tight, and I just curl up in this like big ass bed or whatever, and I don't even know how long I fall asleep for before I'm just woken up by his roommate, and he's like, you're in my bed, and I'm just like, what? I am so sorry. And I kind of like just stumble out, and fucking Kayla just like leads me to like my proper bed.
Yeah.
And then I just like pass the fuck back out. But like the next day I just felt so bad because like I'd be pissed, you know. I just worked a long hard shift, you know. You're ready to go to bed, and you just see fucking drunk ass Dom just like.
You're probably all naked too, just.
No.
It was not this. I've seen you sleep. Everywhere.
Yeah.
His hands all like, it's half cocked. It's all naked and yelling out your name as you happen to be walking by. Like, what is this? This coincidence.
I think I'm a beautiful sleeper.
Yeah, you're not. Terrifying.
Apparently, I snore, grind my teeth, and move constantly.
Ew. Bro.
Sometimes I talk.
You gotta
to sleep
fix at
too,
least one of those.
apparently.
What?
How am I supposed to fix that?
How am I supposed to hook you up with a girl if you have that? Yeah, what?
If I have that, like it's a disease.
No, not that issue. I guess that's a lot. That's a lot at night. How do you sleep at night? Do you feel like you get good night's sleep?
Well, when I actually sleep at night, yeah.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean when you sleep.
Well, no, this is like
Or,
the
like, do
first
not
time
sleep.
in like, what, 7 years that I've actually like consistently been going to bed at night.
And has it been way easier for you to switch back? Was it weird at first?
No. I'm me, Dom. It just happens. Sometimes I hate waking up. I'm not I'm not a morning person at all.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not either.
But it's easier to get up when you've actually fucking slept.
True.
And I wasn't doing that before. At night, there towards the end, fuck no. I would go home even if I got off early and just sleep for like 2 or 3 hours and then wake up. Which happens.
What's
But-
the longest y'all gone without sleeping, like consecutively?
I think almost 48 hours. When I was a kid, I think I did it for maybe a little longer, but I could have also like low-key fallen asleep and not realized it.
I don't know the exact amount, but like 35 or 40. Yeah. It was pretty bad.
I'd say like 24. Man, that shit, like, sleep deprivation is dangerous as fuck.
Yeah, dude, you gotta go to
Like,
sleep.
You
Yeah,
gotta
brain
get fucking
damage.
sleep.
Fucking
Yeah, that shit can cause brain damage. You'll hallucinate,
It'll
but they're
make
not
you-
like good hallucinating either. Like
Yeah.
fucked up.
You know, like, have you guys ever heard? He was called like one of YouTube's first like serial killers, and I can't remember the dude's exact name. I'll have to find it, but he.
Jenna Marbles.
No, she canceled herself.
Yo.
But
marbles.
this guy, he was he originally was just like did like really shitty like early YouTube, like before like any of like shit really got popping on it, but doing some like basic corny videos, you know, dressing up in a wig, you know, shaky camera, like basic stuff. But he still was able to build a following because again there wasn't a lot of people on there and he had a personality or whatever. Eventually started acquiring more and more, and then eventually he switched his whole channel to where he just like reviewed like animes and shit. So he was like one of the first like guys to do all that. But even before that, he even had like some videos and stuff where he would do shit where like he would do roles where like it's people with guns and stuff. So he was clearly already like showing weapons and like all this stuff. But this was early YouTube, you know, early 2000s, so no one really thought about anything.
Yeah, you get away with it.
Mm-hmm. And so he's definitely showing like more suggestive stuff. And then he eventually starts getting more radical. Basically, like, goes on this whole rant. I can't remember the exact phrase, but it's basically like back in the day, the term for like incel, because he was at a high school kid who didn't have a job and wasn't in college because he was just like trying to make it on YouTube, but he didn't have a girlfriend or whatever, and so like you could tell he was starting to develop some of that, you know, like insecurity kind of shit, and then he got prescribed like with some crazy, diagnosed with some crazy disease or whatever that started making it the medication he took, so he wouldn't sleep, and so he started being like sleep deprived, and you start seeing it more and more, and eventually he like makes a whole post about how he's taking a week break. He had been on YouTube for 7 years straight. He's gonna go on vacation, but then he's gonna come back, and he had like, and he had gotten a job like with some like animating company or whatever, like through his connection. So everyone was like, oh cool, you know, he's getting his shit together. Well, then you come to find out during that week that his mother, father, and brother had all been shot and murdered. And he had done it, and he had literally taken like their blood or whatever and wrote out stuff like, why did I do this? I love my family or whatever. And so it was just already between his own nerves and then just not sleeping for days on end. He just had like a psychosis breakdown. And then he was originally planning to go to his school and like do like a Columbine thing. But then luckily like at the last second like kind of was like chickened out or whatever, and then went to his friend's house and confessed everything. And then turned himself in,
Dude.
And he was one of the world's like first big YouTube channels.
Wow.
And and obviously, you know, part of that's, you know, the sleep deprivation, but I also think that's the hard thing, you know, with like social media now, with so many people who sometimes maybe they don't need to have that kind of attention or platform, but then they're able to get it through whatever, their looks, their antics, yada yada. And then when they start to receive like negative attention, there's some people who cannot handle that. Like, I can tell you how many times on Facebook, you know, like, yeah, I like to argue, whatever, but when someone starts, like, getting aggressive and, like, trying to call me names, like, talk shit, most of the time I'm just like, alright, cool, I'm just gonna not respond to it, like, and there's just no need to. Like, yeah, you can go back and forth and own them and this, but, like, it's such a waste of energy. But there's some people out there that are, like, obsessive, and they can't not respond to people. And I think that, like, that's a dangerous route, because then you get people who... then you're just feeding, because then people realize they can get a response out of you, and if you're a big enough name, then they can just use that to, like, bless you, just promote their own shit, and people don't give a fuck. Right. Most people really don't care about your mental stability until you actually kill yourself, or something happens. Like, hell, look at, like, you know, Demi Lovato or whatever, and the overdose. 'Cause she didn't die, it's cool to make all the jokes or whatever, but if she died, like, it would... people still would, you know, but it would be way less, you know, frequent. And I think, like, that's very interesting how it's cool to make the jokes until it's not a joke no more. But I'm still gonna make them. I'm just not a hypocrite with that.
It sounds like that's exactly what you're being, but moving on. All right.
No, I know that, like, all of them are. Like...
Okay.
No, because they're all fucked up and insensitive. I'm going to do them universally. But I just think it's just interesting how, like, the internet has made it a point where people have access to that probably never should. And it's a hard way to filter it because everything is digital and online now. Like, there's so many, like, services and stuff you almost can't get if you don't have...
blame the internet.
I'm not blaming it. I just think it's interesting.
People, because... yeah, the internet is supposed to be this, like, open forum that anybody with access to it can say and do what everybody else can do, you know? But, like, people have just, like, developed these weird, like, personality disorders. Like, there's isolation factors, and, like, you know, if you're, like, this ugly, you know, fat white kid, you know, that works at Walmart, like, there's probably not much else that really stimulates you besides, like, going on the internet and, you know, like, riling shit up and trolling and whatever else, you know what I mean? Like some people, that is their excitement, dude. That's like their fucking.
That's their whole damn life.
It's their martial art. Is like just
Their martial art.
Keyboard warrior.
I like that.
Yeah, keyboard warrior. Yeah, exactly.
Or keyboard bully.
That too.
Depending on the side, yeah. Depending on what their stance is, if they're just out there trolling, just saying like the craziest things, get a rise out of people, and just be like nah, you know, type whatever.
Dude, I'm pretty sure my brother was like one of the first cases of cyberbullying. So here's the story. So in elementary school,
Right.
my brother and he had like a group of like 4 or 5 friends. They were making fun of this other kid. His name is Tom. I'm just gonna say Tom. But they like made fun of him and were talking shit on AOL, like Instant Messenger. So then that kid got all butthurt and he called the cops, and then they came to the school to talk to my brother and like
What?
yeah, and he's the one who he was the fall guy, like he took the most of it. Yeah, I mean he was probably saying the most too, but you know he was the fall guy.
Damn.
So he got in trouble, nobody else did. But yeah, that was like
Damn.
that's like cyberbullying, fucking talking shit on. I'm sure they talk shit in person too. Like my brother wouldn't just fucking talk shit on.
Just lift some shit off without.
Yeah. But you know, he just really piled it on.
Well, and some people blow up too when that happens to you.
Yeah.
My brother's a case of that. That's why he socked a girl in the face in middle school.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, as a result of the cyberbullying?
Not cyberbullying, but just bullying in general.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
He's one of those kids that like if you fuck with him enough, he'll get pissed off enough to like, you know, like act out, and you know that's just like that's feeding minnows to a shark.
Yeah.
Literally, like you can't read. Like,
Yeah.
In school, we all learned you just can't react to the way people are. Some of them are just shitty, and the sooner you realize that, the sooner they have no power. But he gave them all the power. And this one time, this girl shoved him into a desk because you know she wanted his spot, and then he punched her because she shoved him in the desk. He fucking straight up socked her across the face.
Damn.
Because he kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and unfortunately this poor little girl's face happened to be the end result of her pushing him quite literally into it. And then apparently some kids dragged him into a bathroom and threatened to stab him with a knife, so I don't know about that one. I wasn't there. But apparently that's what happened.
Kids are fucking awful, dude. Kids are crazy.
Yeah, they're horrendous.
That's why people make movies
Dude,
about them.
There was this like one like mentally challenged kid, and he would have these like crazy temper tantrums, and like they had like, you know how they had like those movable wall sections, or like they were just like movable wall sections, and they made it into a corner, and like this kid, like whenever he would have a temper tantrum in class, he would have to get dragged out and put into the corner, and you could hear him out there fucking banging on the walls like
Punching teachers and shit too.
Sure.
Probably.
Fuck yeah, the kid was fucking crazy. He got like physically fucking violent as shit. And dude, we'd be in class and sometimes the teacher would close the door and you would just hear it. You would just hear this kid go fucking nuts. It was crazy. Like what the
That's stressful as
that kid
hell.
should have been in an insane asylum, bro. Like legit.
Have you noticed it's always boys?
Yeah. I think boys are more prone to get bullied. You know. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Girls
like that,
bully
too.
each other so fucking weirdly though. That's
They're
the
fucking
weird thing.
maniacal.
They're terrible to each other.
But the thing is, if you're a
They're
boy
fucking
and
terrible.
not only are you not getting bullied, but you're also not getting pussy, like you're not getting girlfriends or anything, like that shit, like is, I would argue worse.
I mean, girls will experience the same side though. They're having all that and they can't get a guy.
That's true.
Or
Yeah, it's
they're
definitely
a girl. You know what I mean?
probably very similar problems.
I think
for both.
I think like the real difference is that it's much more apparent with boys because it's a much more physical thing. With
Sure,
men,
yeah.
we're more likely
Masculine.
to be giving each other wedgies or punching, you know, or beating
Right.
you up or whatever, you know. With women, it's more of that psychological. Let me just
Yeah, the
fuck
circle
with
manipulation.
you. You know what I mean? And I feel like online bullying comes a lot with women and of course men as well too. But yeah, it's a different type of bullying. So a lot of times it's kind of a little under the line.
Dude, some like
But they can be rude.
Twitter accounts that are women, like, you know, sometimes you just read through what a hashtag is if it's like a hot button issue.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
saying crazy shit, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like crazy shit, and they get away with it.
No, like my favorite are the ones
Or
where,
they will
like,
not be condemned for it.
It's stuff where like they're just being super toxic towards men, where it's like I'm concerned if a man orders dessert on a date. That's a feminine trait, or something.
How?
Bitch, I want my Rocky Road. I'm
Yeah.
not getting that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I want a fucking piece of cheesecake.
Yeah. Cheesecake's fucking tight.
Like what? Like why can't I get dessert and probably share it with you? Like what's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
That's
I'm
romantic.
getting
Share the
sweet.
dessert.
I'm never gonna eat
2
all of
spoons,
it.
please. Come
Yeah.
on.
I'm balling
I'll
up in
fucking
front of
feed
you.
you like
I
a
got
king,
money.
bitch.
I can buy dessert, lady.
Yeah, or like, why isn't it normalized for men to get like, manicures and stuff? I'm not saying every dude should do it.
Manicures.
Yeah.
I like the.
I'll get a mani and a pedi.
Yeah, dude, I'm down.
I've never had one before in my life.
Dude, I've always
Yeah.
wanted one.
So I met this girl.
All right, let's go, transition. Let's go. Tell him.
So I was
Go
at
on.
work and I was talking to this girl while she was checking out, and she said that she does manicures and pedicures and makeup and hair and shit. And then I talked to her into giving me her number so I can get a pedicure. But then I just started talking to her. She's 40. So here's where the question comes in. Smash and pass, or just pass, or see if something actually comes from it.
Oh, there
Okay.
needs to be more information.
Yeah,
Is she married?
Wait. What's
No,
the whole
she's
context? How did the exchange go? So like, it's like what you just got her number.
Well, I was just
Hitting on her?
talking to her while she was waiting for her car to get done.
What did she say though?
Did y'all vibe?
With what?
Like when you guys were talking, when you guys were vibing out, what did she say though?
I don't know, a lot of things. We just talk about shit. Are you saying now? Like while I'm talking to her?
No, but like when the initial
Yeah,
contact was, and then like
How did I do it?
No.
No, like-
how was her
Demeanor.
or her attitude? Was she
like
seemed
flirty,
she was kinda
or was she
just flirting? Was
I
it
don't
seeming
know.
like she was kind of like
I'm
digging
oblivious to that
you up?
shit. I mean, she gave me her number.
So
We
so
just
why
talked.
do you
Sugar
now
mama.
think that?
Go for the sugar mama.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
here, as someone who I probably have the closest experience in the sense that I did fuck a 34-year-old.
I had a 30-year-old suck my dick.
Nice. And so I will say that it's probably better to just smash and pass, because I don't know.
There
There can be exceptions, but like there's just, dude, that's like almost 2 full decades, man.
No, yeah, she could be my mom if she had me at 17.
Yeah,
Almost
and
42.
so like I don't know, there is gonna be some culture shit. Like you're gonna come on, you're gonna be playing Little Dicky, and she's gonna be like, "Who's that?"
But also, I feel like something like that you can get from a lot of.
And that is all small stuff. So like if you actually like her, but like just in general, like you have to be concerned in the
Well, I
sense
mean, what
of.
would you do? Instead of like overthinking it.
Probably just assume that she's just looking for a young gun to kind of hang out and spend some time with.
Not push a relationship shit. If she decides to, then go from there.
She
But
probably
otherwise,
just wants
just
to casually
assume.
see you.
Yeah, it's a casual thing.
Yeah. Maybe you go and hook up her DVR.
The nice thing about older women, for the most part, they know how to be more direct.
For T-Bone.
Oh, yeah.
So if she
No.
wants
Yeah.
like to like lock you down, she'll be like, "Hey, I want this to be a serious thing." Like if not, just chill.
Fair.
Yeah. Just have fun, man. Just have fun. Just be cool.
What would you
Make
do?
sure you find out whether or not
Hold
she's on
We
menopause.
should get an ashtray for this table, by the way. Good call.
Because if she's on menopause, then it's Cream City.
What would I do? I don't know. There's a lot of like.
There's a lot that goes into the whole.
Yeah,
thing.
right. I personally take the stance of probably just pass. I mean, if she's down, I would say go on like one casual date, see if y'all vibe. If y'all vibe, then hang out with her again. You know. If not though, just pass. Because if you got shit going on in your personal life, and if she doesn't add any benefit to, any positive aspect to your life, then don't get tangled up in some other shit, bro. Like, that's not good. You gotta focus on you.
True.
That's what I think.
Mature Dan over here, giving that good.
Do I like it?
Good color, I appreciate it. Yeah. We need to Ask Dan column.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
I like it. Should write that one down. We need a. I feel like we say this every time.
Stay in your own lane. That's like my big key, my big like phrase of 2020 is stay in your own lane.
Yeah, just chill. Yeah, I ain't trying to do nothing new in 2020.
You know, I wish people actually did that.
It's true.
No, most people want to be out of pocket.
Are you talking just real life like road shit or just like?
No, legitimately, like people not being shitty and staying in their fucking lane.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But just staying the fuck out of other people's shit.
I mean, I'm naturally like a pretty introvert, you know, like keep to myself type thing. So it's easier for me to like say that and actually carry it out. But you know, for some people love to be like out there, you know, like and get involved in shit. You know what I mean? That's what excites them, bro.
Yes, especially because some people they love like you know that attachment or whatever when someone's like infatuated because you know they're so involved in their shit. You know, like that's one issue I'm dealing with homegirl that's made me hesitant to you know get super serious with stuff is just because her friend is such like to her hip and whatever, and that's cool. But then like when all of a sudden she's getting involved in an argument or a disagreement and like trying to weigh her shit, and I'm like. Shut the fuck up! No one fucking asked you. Like, I'll talk to Jared about you know if I have an issue with something, but like I'm not like, banking all of my decision off what Jared said. Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. So.
Yeah, and I hate that kind of shit.
We'll
like,
talk about it, not console you, and then you'll take it in consideration. But.
Yeah, I don't need no backseat drivers in a goddamn relationship.
Yeah.
Like, I already made that mistake before with that fucking one chick I had for a long time with her parents backseat driving. Buying like fucking engagement rings before even proposing. Like I was almost in some fucking weird ass cult entrapment shit.
Yeah.
What if your backseat driver's a carjacker?
Oh.
He's in the backseat jerking off.
Oh, this is such a nice car.
I'm gonna jizz all over it.
Oh god.
No, dude, don't jizz in the back car. I told you I had to go to the restroom.
What? This poor Uber driver, man. He's like, oh my god, I'm done. I'm done. That's it.
Yeah, the driver's about to pull over. He's like, no, I have a gun. I'll kill myself in the back of your car if you don't.
He's like, fuck this. I'm giving up Lyft and being an artist. I'm going back to Ohio and taking up law school.
I'm surprised that there's still so many people who do Lyft when it's been proven that like, or Uber, how once you factor in like the value of your car like depreciating and all the stuff you end up spending on it.
People need money.
But it pays like less than minimum wage.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, after you factor in all of your shit and everything.
But if you get enough tips, and
that's the thing. If you're a good enough driver,
you have to live in a city like this.
Yeah.
In order to do it, where people are trying to get from DIA to fucking Broomfield or Castle Rock or wherever.
Those are the big money tickets.
Yeah, dude, I bet being an Uber driver in Castle Rock, you probably make bank because they don't have public
people,
transportation.
With all the people that moved here that are all fucking rich, they still use it.
Dude, I love fucking Uber. I love Uber. Like, I don't use it a lot because now I'm on the bike. But if I have to get the DIA, I'm just gonna Uber in the morning.
No, and I've
always been a Lyft guy.
So no, Uber has added some features that made it cool.
Uber.
No, so they have.
Somebody stole my ride and they never gave me my money.
Yeah. Oh, I would dispute that.
That shit didn't happen on Lyft.
One time on Uber, the guy picked me up, but because we were in like a weird thing, and his phone had bad signal, he couldn't like say he arrived, and so he was riding whatever, and then like we got right onto the highway, and then the ride canceled, so I got my shit returned, and they were trying to send me another driver, and he was like, what? And so at first I was like, is this guy gonna just like drop me off on the highway or some shit?
Yeah.
But no, and then he was like, oh, I feel bad, and so he just drove me like the rest of the way for free, and I was like, oh, and I didn't even have cash to tip him, so I was like, felt bad. But anyways, they have some cool new features now, so they have Uber Pets, so sometimes it's the exact same price, sometimes it's a couple dollars more, but you can literally get an Uber ride with your dog or your cat or whatever animal. I'm sure you probably can't bring like an anaconda or something on there. I don't know.
Hey man, as long as my Mastiff can ride,
Why the fuck not? We should fold the seats.
Mastiff.
But yeah, and so you can bring your dog with you now.
Do you think they would accept a raccoon?
Hey, they better.
Bro.
Just tell them
it's a
trash. It's clearly feral.
Cat. Yeah. Wild ass raccoon.
They pick you up from the middle of the woods. You got this raccoon in a cage.
That is kind of cute.
I literally fucking love raccoons.
That's okay.
Let me see. I'm a raccoon guy. Hey,
that's pretty cute.
Baby. I literally cried the first time I killed an animal because it was a fucking raccoon.
Damn.
I literally cried after I hit him. I was driving level and I was doing 70. I couldn't do anything. He just like came out of nowhere. I just saw a black ball turn into nothing.
Hello. Hola, señor.
Is there room for 2 Mexicanos?
Definitely don't know about 2.
Alright, someone's gonna have to sit on someone's lap. I might be able to. I can move this around a little.
That was cool. I'm going to my crib on Colfax, Colorado anyway. Danny, you going there later?
I'll be back there later.
Alright, what are you guys?
Where are these?
But they also have Uber packages. So if you need to send something local or whatever to someone right away, and you don't want to have to wait on UPS or whatever, you can literally pay for them to send it back. So I'm wondering, like, you could low-key
That's some
probably
fucking-
sell drugs through fucking Uber package, but it would be so expensive. You'd be charging like such up fees, and then especially if they get suspicious, like they're just a giant ass package or some shit. They're like, "What's in here? Don't give you. If you need anything else, that's on you or something." So like. That's kind of cool because there's no way to like exchange it. You have to use it on an Uber service. So
Oh yeah.
I think that's kind of cool. So that way your kid's not just fucking around using their lunch money on or bus money or whatever on some other shit.
Bullshit, they'd be buying food constantly.
Yeah, I gotta walk everywhere. I immediately spend $100 on food.
On fucking Red Lobster, just go drop it. Uber eats some lobster at the bus stop.
Yeah, you're at the bus stop.
Yeah.
While you're using your one bus pass to go home.
Yeah, and you're just eating lobster like a boss getting on the bus.
Bro, I was just gonna bag the biscuits, dude. The cheddar biscuits. Oh, man.
Those are good.
Those are so fucking good.
Biscuits, good.
You could order them in bulk.
Would it be weird if you?
I have an air fryer and I fucking made the dough and then I put it in the air fryer and it tasted bomb, dude.
Yo.
Like it was real close.
What if you ordered some or got them fresh from the restaurant, and then put them in the air fryer? Do you think that would extra crispalize them?
I don't
Yeah, if you glazed it, if you put a glaze on it, yeah,
butter and
definitely.
shit.
Oh,
That
bro,
would be
yeah,
so good.
absolutely.
Honey butter.
Mm.
God damn it! I fucking can't eat. I hate all of y'all.
Oh,
Alright,
With
so
cheese.
who wants Red Lobster?
yo, no.
No. Just go to the studio. Why does it smell like fish? You know how we do up in here, baby?
Ah!
Hey.
Man.
What's on your mind, Jared? Speak your woes.
I'm still baffled by the fuck that we're in the middle of fucking COVID. I don't want to talk about it, but this shit's still going on.
Yo,
Never
so,
ever in my life.
The one thing I do want to bring up with that,
This is crazy, bro.
so you know how in like Georgia schools start open back up, right?
Right.
So there were kids who like took photos of like pretty much the hallways are packed, half the kids aren't wearing masks. So first off, those kids, they got suspended.
Oh, I saw that. One of the
Mhm.
reasons because she was using her phone, which I think that's fucking stupid. You're in the fucking hallways. You should be able
Yeah,
to
no,
fucking...
at least when I was in school, no teachers gave a fuck.
I think
like,
you
as
should
long
also
as
be able to wear hats in class too. It's like, sorry, as long as the hat's not like something crazy and offensive and distracting.
Yeah, like who really cares?
It's just a hat.
Yeah.
Could be a cheating method.
Or it's like hide shit under the hat. Or,
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
No.
Dude,
Who's
cheat
got
sheet.
the fucking hoodie?
Yeah.
Just like scratch your head real quick and you have the note. Slip it under. Come on. I used to write on like the big pink erasers. I would write like answers and like a cheat sheet on the
Wait.
eraser, like real small.
Oh, wait, like you'd put it on the eraser?
Yeah, I would just write it on the eraser, and I would just have it there.
When
That's smart.
I was in second grade, the teacher was really dumb, and whenever we did the spelling test, she would literally just read it from the exact same order like that they gave us the words to study. So some kids just figured out if you just literally wrote all of the words out right at the beginning before even the test, and then just pretended to write them, or even like if you were really worried, just like lightly erase them, but then you can like still see it. And eventually she caught on, and then that's when she realized she should like say them in random order, so that way they don't have like the time. But it took her like a good like 6 months to realize these kids were cheating. She was like, how are they acing these tests, but they can't even spell their name? Like,
Like, damn, their reading comprehension skills are off the charts.
These kindergartners are gonna be geniuses.
or
Damn.
I remember in middle school, like because I went to Douglas County, you know, fucking rich ass little fucking schools and shit. They always had like, you know, crazy technology, like, hey, everyone, do your test on this iPad or whatever. Just like so unnecessary. Like, yeah, this is cool, I guess, and I think the logic is you're hoping the kids are gonna be more engaged because, you know, it's like technology.
I never had to fucking take a test on.
No, so check it. So we had this once where the teacher, she would like it was like from her computer she could like project it or whatever, and we had smart fucking whiteboards or whatever. So like we didn't have like actual markers or anything. It was like a smart one that you could like and you'd have to like tap for the eraser and shit like that.
Right.
And so it could just connect to the laptop, and so you'd go into this app and we would all just take the test at the same time. There'd be multiple choice. And you just have like 30 seconds, everyone, you know, would have to, and we'd all have clickers, and you'd have to like click in your answer.
I miss the clicker days.
So the great thing about that though is then all you have to do is devise a system with your buddies for different, like, you know, this is for B, or like if you scrap, you know, just easy shit, and then because you're all doing it at the same time, and then so you could all just confer, and whichever is like the popular vote, that's what you'd vote, and then you just make sure for 2 or 3 of them you purposely answer different. Bam. We all got 92s or above on all of our fucking clicker tests. And I was like, you think technology's helpful? You're just helping us cheat.
Right. Just rig the system.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't have done that if it was a written test.
One of my favorite things I think that I kind of saw that was just like innocent with like computers, the class, I think they were like freshman, sophomore in high school or something like that. The teacher stepped away and or wasn't paying attention to her computer. And the kids took a screenshot of her desktop and then put that on her like computer. So
made it her background?
Exactly. So she was just trying to click on everything, and the background was nothing was loading. She was losing her mind for a good 20 minutes.
That's hilarious.
And the kids were like, "Yo, like our bad. We didn't mean for you to throw the computer. Like we were trying to tell you what we were doing, but yeah, she got to be worked up." And it's just yeet.
People educating our children. No, and that's the hard thing. Like, I feel bad for teachers right now during all this, especially so. At least in so she lives in like Arvada. So is that what county is Arvada? Is that Jefferson? No.
I don't know.
Either way, so whatever county the chick I'm talking to is in. So school's starting back up Tuesday.
Wait, are you talking to a high school girl?
No, she's a teacher aide or whatever. I'm not pulling an Andy from The Office.
Alright, continue.
But, and so a lot of these teachers, they've been struggling already just through having to try to do the virtual stuff, because think about how many older teachers that there are that are just not technology advanced, and so they're struggling, because you also are trying to make sure however many kids are still paying attention, and it's way harder when they're at home, they could have another TV going right there, be doing anything else. Like, you're at home, you could be fucking naked other than a shirt and no one's even gonna know. Like, apparently that was a thing. There was like, because you know they have second graders and stuff, they're trying to teach all this stuff.
So the difference is you're not paying attention at home.
Yeah, which I think is way worse because there's way more distractions at home.
I mean, you may be more, I don't know, so for some people that may actually be a better environment. You have less, you know.
Maybe like when you're older,
distraction.
but I mean like younger, like little ass kids, like keeping them all like fucking together and shit when they're like 3rd grade or lower. Those kids fucking, yeah, they're gonna get hella distracted.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then so teachers trying to figure out the technology, and then especially they're still unsure like what happens if one kid does it. Do you like quarantine that whole class, or do you just like try to pinpoint it to that one kid? And so I don't know. A lot of teachers are very stressed because it doesn't seem like there's any real like consistent plan.
Okay, so then, what's your opinion on it?
I mean, I get why teachers are scared, but I also get
No,
like.
but on it.
I think it's all doomed to fail regardless, man. I don't think there really is a
Well,
good
what about
answer for
the
it all.
freaking disease? What's your opinion?
I don't want to get into shit like that. I'm not gonna go like the whole hearsay on that's just been played out at this point. The simple fact of the matter is we're dealing with this, and
Doing something.
for a while now. I've had to accept I was so sad I got my hair cut, and I was excited because I was like, oh, I can get my beard trimmed up, and then I was like, oh, wait, no, I can't. I have to wear a mask. And it made me really sad.
Yeah, I think shit's
So-
gonna get fucked.
Yeah.
I wanted a professional.
It's gonna be. It's not gonna be like,
Professionalize
that
yourself.
fast though. It's gonna be over time. There's just gonna be shit, you know. Like we're definitely gonna have an economic collapse soon. So save your fucking money.
Facts.
And
Yeah,
just
should I
like
even
famine
buy-
and
should I even
drought.
buy a used car
Dude,
now,
all of
or should I?
oh sorry, all of Colorado's in a drought right now. Like the last ice caps in fucking Canada just fucking melted. Like shit's gonna change, bro.
No, and then I saw a thing. Apparently, there's potential of like 5 like really big storms, all that are on a path that could lead to like fucking Florida, and they're all like heavily building, and they all could be like Hurricane Michael, like kind of standard.
Bro, so my hometown in Pennsylvania,
What's
they just
happening?
got hit by a tropical storm, and the creek was the highest it's ever fucking been, dude. Like triple of what it normally is. Shit is wild.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing is you're doing with all this shit, and then natural disasters happen, and then really how do you deal with shit? And so yeah.
So the creek is like 3/4 of a mile back that way, like in those trees, and this is all like usually an open field.
Jesus Christ.
It's up that high, and there's like houses literally like right past this fence.
Yeah, let's see.
It's fucking wild. You wanna see it?
Oh,
It's hard to get the
damn.
scope of it because you don't like
yeah.
know.
No, just anytime when you see a fence where like it's
Yeah,
starting
that's
to
a
be
lot.
ground.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and so I don't know, weather fucking storms are getting bad. Like it's all fucking getting insane. And then Trump did just announce because they're still like hung up on the stimulus package. So he did announce they're extending unemployment stuff, but they're dropping it from $600 to $400 a week. And then some student loans are temporarily suspended, and there's like certain, I don't know the exact stuff, but it made it so renters can't evict people if they can't afford the rent, but it's only to like a certain degree, and then there's supposed to be something where we're supposed to get like a payroll tax break if you're employed and you make under $100,000 a year, but that's supposed to be at the end of the year. I have no idea how much that's supposed to be or whatever. So there's at least like that little bit of a band-aid, but like you said, it's only going to get worse. So it's now people are getting less money. But I think a lot of that is just the pushback of so many people who are getting upset that people are making more on unemployment and that they were working. And I see where they're coming from, that sentiment, but at the same time, like,
You're getting extra.
well, and it's also like, yo, just be thankful that you're able to have something consistent. Because, like, yeah, maybe they might be making a little bit more than you right now, but they're going to have to ride through all this shit, and they're not going to have, any work experience for the past 6 months. It's going to be weird getting into. Think about how many people were servers their whole life. That's literally the only career they've had for, 20 plus years. And then now they're out there looking for a job, they're in, their late 30s, early 40s or whatever. Where are they going to really work? I guess you can go to like fast food or something because that's like kind of related experience,
Well,
but
everything has to open.
they have no real technical skills. Retail is still super iffy.
Yeah, you just gotta be able to get into management or some sort of office-y kind of thing, customer service.
Yeah, but how do you get into management
Yeah.
if you've just been a server your whole life?
Yeah, exactly.
There's no like real leadership with that, unless you were like a lead server, and even then, I don't know if that translates.
Like, go get
I mean-
a job somewhere else doing something different.
But I'm saying it's a lot, especially when you're a server. Depending on where you work, if you're a server / bartender, you're making over $20 an hour.
Yeah.
So any job that will hire you with your experience, it's gonna be fucking $8 less an hour. Yeah, is it something? But your whole lifestyle changes. If you already have a car or apartment, because it's been a proven thing that a majority of Americans, they live within like 85% of their means or something.
Facts.
My percent might be
It's-
wrong, but it's
yeah,
a very high
yeah.
percent that a majority of people, you live very close to your means. Not necessarily paycheck to paycheck, but pretty damn close. And it's just how it is. Like, if you were to win, $10 million tomorrow, and we can all say that, you would just buy the basic stuff you need and you would sit on it. But you're just instinctively going to be like, no, fuck it, I can, go eat out real nice. I can go get this.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even think about it. I'm not saying you're going to blow it all that first year, but
But
you're definitely going to, your finances and what you spend, you're not buying shit at Walmart no more, that's
No.
for sure.
No.
Right. But it is wise to live below your means. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely is.
Unless below is your means, then it's just like you are. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to do that more. You know, just like not because you don't need shit. Like, why accumulate a bunch of shit? You know?
Yeah.
Like you're just now you're just piling on more shit that you have to take with you, or just throw away somewhere in a fucking that's gonna go in a landfill. You know. That's just what I think.
Yeah, and that's a sad thing.
You can call me anti-materialist.
Yo, what are we
But I
supposed to do
saw
with our
materials.
trash, though?
What's
There
up?
has to be a better answer to deal with our trash than put them in landfills.
Launch it into the sun, even though it'd be incredibly expensive.
Yeah. Well, I know because they're already having issues with recycling because like China and shit has been rejecting like cause that's how it kind of was. So recycling wasn't
Fucking
really
China.
well because
China's the worst.
everyone was sending them so much that they couldn't recycle it fast enough, and that's a huge issue that they've had. Like when talking about like plastic roads and everything too, it's like it sounds good on paper, but or plastic, but the cost to like burn and melt plastic and like the smoke it causes almost negates the whole benefit of like recycling it. And the huge thing that I think a lot of people fail to realize is everyone focuses so much on the recycle. There's two other phrases in that: reduce and reuse. So more people need to like make it an active point. Like this is like I know people making fun of it saying it was like super hipster, but I think it's a genius thing. In San Diego, there was this couple who they started a like a grocery store where everything doesn't have like plastic wrap or whatever, you know, so all their noodles like so it's like kind of in bulk and stuff, it's by the weight, and then they just bundle it up in a thing of paper or whatever into like your bundle or whatever, and just all like biodegradable like containers and stuff, and they offer ones, you know, that you can buy and come back and reuse over and over. So they have like 85% like reuse, like, you know, net positive or whatever, some shit like that.
Sure.
Which is like crazy bigger than most other places that just like throw away so much in just packaging and all of that, you know. And so I think that's pretty cool. And obviously, you know, so shit's more expensive there, and you know that's what everyone like calls it. But like that's the kind of thing I think people need to realize is you're gonna have to start giving up some convenience and whatnot if you like really want to make an impact on like helping the environment and shit like that. And I think that's Star Wars chooses. Everyone wants to talk about like, oh, just don't use straws. And it's like, yeah, that's really cool, but there's like way worse things than just straws, you know?
And for recycling, from what I can understand, it's just people have to buy this garbage for them to reuse and everything. So if there's no need to buy them, they're not going to be buying them. So then people are recycling, and then it just goes into a slightly separate landfill, waiting to be bought.
Right. So you like, and hell, like there's so many places where like you think you're recycling and they say they are, but then they end up just throwing it all together with the same shit.
And it's hard too, because like a pizza box, right? In theory, a pizza box is made out of cardboard, and we should be able to recycle it. But if it has like grease and cheese and whatever else on it, it's not gonna work. And then it's just
yeah, and you're supposed to like rinse it off, but then you're wasting
Yeah.
water. But apparently in like Japan and a lot of Europe,
there's not much water just to rinse out a Sprite bottle one time.
yeah, that's true.
It's not. Now if you're trying to like deep clean a pizza box, you know, I think that's just trash at that point. I don't know.
But yeah, and
Put it in the dishwasher.
in Japan and in a lot of European places, they're very strict where they have like, you think it's bad, you know, with some of our recycling, you know, there's like 3 different kinds. No, they'll have like 7 different bins. And I guess that's a huge stereotype that like a lot of like Japanese people worry about when people like immigrate there, you know, instead of just tourists, is them actually understanding like all the different bins and whatnot and the proper way to recycle, because it's a very serious thing, and like you'd be looked down upon in society if you don't properly recycle and all of that.
Right.
So you shame people into recycling?
Yeah. Oh, they also fat shame. Like totally, like they're not like super mean about it, but they literally like if you get big enough and they're close enough to you, they'll come up and they'll like poke your belly and like they'll make like yeah.
Don't get fat.
Yeah, they literally, well, and in their minds it's like coming from a place of, hey, we want you to be healthy, we want you to live long, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're kind of mean with it, and So, and it works because then people feel weird. You're tired of random people just coming up and like touching you and asking if you're okay, what's wrong with you. Like if you go out to eat with your Japanese friends and their stuff, they'll be like, no rice for you or something like. And it's all playful, but obviously that's gonna get to you. And is it kind of fucked up? Yeah, but they're one of the most healthiest countries out there as far as like weight wise. So,
I would say more people should do that here. Like if you see a buddy like just like completely out of control, like fucking try to help them. Be like, hey man, you seem really unhealthy. Like you'd probably feel better, because you know if they're that big, they're probably depressed as well. You know, they're probably not feeling good about something. There's definitely an imbalance there.
Yeah.
So just say, hey man.
Yeah, as long as you're not just like constantly dogging on them for it. Or
Well, no.
Yeah.
You offer either to help or like at least guidance.
Console or some spirit or
And
something.
you don't like press, but like you definitely like you give it to your friend straight. Like, yo, you look unhealthy. You should probably do this. You should probably walk 30 minutes a day.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
start.
30 minutes a day is an easy way to
Get
start.
outside,
I recommend
get
everyone
outside,
does it.
get some fucking oxygen, and get some sun.
Eat healthy, get some sleep, drink lots of water.
But you got to do one little thing at a time.
Exactly.
Some people they're very like
That's true.
slow to
I
change.
recently got an app and
Yes.
I've been using it to like count calories, but the other cool thing with it is you can count like your water. And so I make it a point to try to get something that's like 16 ounces consistently. And then so every time I just finish one of those, I'm just like boop boop. And it's cool because it's like a whole glass, and so it tells you like how much of the percent of the water it estimates off your body weight and height like you should be consuming, you know, in a day. And so it lets you know how far you are. I mean, it's the same thing, you know, with those ones that like encourage you or whatever, but it's way easier to like keep track of, and I find it a little less corny. But so yeah, I don't know. That's definitely a tough one too. People don't even realize they're not getting enough water.
I definitely appreciate your big water bottle there.
Oh, that's mainly because I've been slacking today, and like I
Dude, I definitely don't drink enough water. Like I think I do, but I don't.
I definitely don't.
Well,
But sometimes I'm not thirsty, but it's like even though it's weird because sometimes you will need water, but you're not like that thirsty.
but also like it's been a proven thing that a lot of times, sometimes when you think you're hungry, you're really just thirsty. So a lot of times it's beneficial to just like slam, you know, like
That doesn't work on me though.
no.
If
doesn't.
I'm hungry,
I'm
I'm fucking hungry. Yeah.
Ravenous.
Yeah. That's just how
What's
it
the
be.
most calories do you think you've consumed in one single like sitting?
Oh fuck. A lot. What is a lot of calories?
I mean, for
1,000
example,
calories?
Yeah, what's the
this
definition?
is a
Isn't
huge
it
one
that-
that made me realize
1,000 calories is a lot. Right?
Like, yeah, no, and so check this, made me realize, like, oh my, because I didn't understand how I was like, man, I was only off my diet during quarantine for like 3 months. How did I put back on like 25 pounds? Like, that seems like really ridiculous. And I was thinking about all the times where, like, where we were getting pizza and shit, and I would eat a whole medium Domino's pizza myself. I looked it up just for pepperoni, not including, because we usually got like, what, 2 toppings, extra
Yeah.
cheese, and all that. Just a single medium pepperoni pizza from Domino's, if you eat the whole thing, it's like 1,400 calories.
Damn.
Wow.
So, like, just in that single thing, you're consuming 3, 4. But that's also the hard thing I've learned is everyone
So,
says like
wait.
2,000 is the average. Is really isn't.
So how much is a lot then for this hypothetical?
And so anything over 1,000, because if you eat a whole pizza, that's a fucking lot.
I don't know. I've had 2 whole pizzas and McDonald's fries in a shake before.
That's like over 30,000. I'd say that's probably like 30. What size was the shake and like what kind?
You know, it was large, vanilla.
Okay,
Who
vanilla.
gets
so
anything
you
other
can-
than a large shake? Like anybody who does that, like I don't.
Yeah, I don't
can't
get that
respect you.
either.
I can't respect you. I don't know. At least I have to have a large shake every time.
When I
Same
worked,
thing with my coffee, man. It's
Fuck,
gotta
I
be
want
fucking
to. Oh my god, I
shit.
want a milkshake right now.
when I worked at Steak and Shake, we had a small and a large shake, and the small shake was like the super small like cup we had or whatever, and then the large was a medium cup like for a fountain thing. So we had an extra large like fountain, but like that wasn't offered in a shake size. And one day this like ginormous dude comes through drive-thru, and he's like, "Do you guys have like an extra large shake?" And I was like, "No, but we do," because I'm a good salesman. Like whatever, I'm still gonna upsell. I was like,
Right.
"We could charge you for a large and a small, and put it in our extra large like fountain cup." He was like, "You would do that for me?" And And I was like, yeah, and he got the worst one, the Rocky Road, or whatever, or something. No, because it was a spoon bender. It wasn't even a shake. My bad, or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so he got an extra large, which is like, I don't know what, like 32 ounces. 32 ounces of marshmallows, chocolate, fudge. Oh yeah, because he got hot fudge on it too. All like it was like, oh, it was heavy. There's no way he got even 2/3 of the way through that without it started melting, and then it really was a drink. And I was just baffled, like.
How many
So
calories do you think that fucker's worth?
Yo, what if he's
Probably
selling
like
it on the black
4,000.
market?
what?
What if he's filling it with drugs and selling it on the black market?
Yeah.
Flipping it.
You might have a
Never
tip
know.
coming your way.
But wait, all right. So Jared, your record, we're gonna estimate you at around like 3,300.
This is a weird game, but yeah.
Okay.
Nah. Yeah, I don't know.
No, because if you get 2 pizzas, and if we're at like 1,400, whatever, so that's 28, and then the fries,
Yeah.
it's like probably 30. Yeah, I'm gonna just say like 33. It might be a little more than that, but like without the exact
I
details.
honestly have no idea.
All right, how about you, Steve? I know you've packed away some food.
Probably similar.
I don't.
I don't
I've never
fucking
seen you
know.
eat 2 whole pizzas.
Well, that's not happening.
Well, then it's already not similar.
I ate 2 whole pizzas.
But what if it was a
instead of
different
fries and
thing?
a shake.
Of that like quantity and like calorie dense.
Well, I mean, some things are worse than pizza.
Like what?
I don't fucking know. I don't count calories, dumb. I just eat.
Can you think of the most unhealthiest thing you've eaten?
Well, the most amount.
All of it?
The frosted chocolate donuts that like
Oh, those are good.
the Entenmann's or whatever.
Ooh.
Yeah, but you know, just like the frosted cake donuts with like the yellow cake inside. That's like real good.
Ooh.
Those things are incredibly unhealthy, and I've wolfed down at least a pack and a half of those. You know, or I used to be able to do that.
Damn.
That's a
man.
lot of calories and a lot of
Yeah.
headaches. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
headaches
that's
too.
probably a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's honestly, if I'm being low key, like I'm trying to think of all meals. No, it's probably when I worked at It's Sugar, and I wouldn't be able to eat breakfast sometimes.
I would eat
So
candy
I'd be
and breakfast.
hungover, just starving, and so just eating candy the whole time. And so easily in like a 3-hour shift, I'm sure I ate like 2
So
pounds
much-
of candy
so much
of various
candy.
kinds, like sweets, chocolates. There, I loved the yogurt covered pretzels. Like all just so bad for you, and I ate
Dude,
all of
chocolate
it.
covered pretzels are the best.
I'm sure at least 50 of the pounds I gained was just solely at that candy shop. And I didn't even work there a full year. Like, it was just bad.
Fuck, talking about this makes me want to eat all the shit. Like I know I shouldn't. Like just like a pack.
I'm
of
feeling
gold-
good right
a
now
pack
talking
of
about it. This is
goldfish and-
cathartic.
Yeah. Oh no, it's good. Like I'm getting all these
It's all
tastes
system.
back. I'm sick.
Fight
of
through it, Dan. Fight through it.
I know. That's right. I'm too lazy to like actually go to the store and like buy food
I'm
unless I have to.
Is
Oh,
there-
DoorDash it. Whatever you do.
Dude, I made DoorDash a milkshake to my house like on my way home.
Ooh,
and,
that would be
like,
worth it. Though.
hopefully.
That would be worth it.
Is there any, like, have you guys seen any of those episodes of, like, Man vs. Food? Any of those you think you could actually beat?
Fuck no.
So Bojo's has a giant, like Supreme everything stuffed pizza or whatever, like extra large.
Yeah.
2 people, you get a half hour. I think I could do it if I found the right partner.
I
that
definitely
partner
can't.
is not
I can't pack away a lot of food like that. You just
I
feel
don't know
like
how people
shit.
do
Like
it.
I can't. Like it just feels shitty.
I
Yeah.
don't know how people do it.
I mean, some people they can just like fucking expand their stomachs and just fucking.
Like I can eat a shit ton, but I like to graze my stuff, so I'm like just casually kind of.
Yeah, I wanna enjoy it.
Yeah, that's the hard part for me. Is
I
that
don't
when
know.
you put a timer on it, like,
Yeah.
or I hate the ones where it's like super spicy, like makes it to where you cry, and if you touch your face with it, your eyeball will melt out. Like, why does it have to be that? Like, I get it, like
Man.
that's like the flex, but
Right.
that just doesn't sound enjoyable. You're just
At
ruining
all.
some purposely good chicken wings.
And then the entire insides of your sinuses are melting out of your
Yeah.
face, too.
Yeah.
And then the
It's
next
like
day,
Satan is just consuming you. Just
And
Yeah, from the
next
inside.
day, you bleed out your ass.
yeah.
and that's when you really want a bidet.
Yeah.
A what?
A bidet.
It's a water fountain for your
Yeah,
body.
the thing that like squirts water so you don't have to like,
you don't
wipe.
need no toilet paper.
I mean, I
Like,
think you still have to like dry it slightly, but
Nah,
you need way
man,
less.
free ball, air dry that motherfucker.
Bro.
Grab the hair dryer.
You can get one installed on a, like,
Or wipes.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Take
that's more
that.
wasteful.
always so
Knock this shit
green.
over.
I don't think about that shit. It just happens.
I'm just saying, if a day would be cool, and then especially because if my cat tries to like drink water out of the toilet, because he does that
It's
sometimes,
cool.
it'll like, psh, at least I hope.
Yo, what if you can stick it up to your fucking iPhone and then you put a camera in the toilet?
Oh, God.
It's not for weird pervy shit though. It's like, you know how motherfuckers would come in and be like, oh yeah, I'm about to use the fuck out of this restroom, you know, whatever. They start getting into the pants, all of a sudden you hit the button and it goes psst. Toilet water spraying all over the fuck out of them.
It's so you can see your own butthole. Like I've never seen my
So
own
you can
butthole.
see your-
Right. That is interesting. I'm curious.
I've never seen my own.
Dude, a chrome toilet with like mirrors and stuff, so you can properly see
That'd be a
every
bitch to
inch of your
clean.
tank, your body, your butt.
You would have to clean that constantly.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm gonna hire someone. If I can afford a chrome mirrored ass toilet, you best believe I'm hiring someone who can fucking take care of it. That is their job. They live on site to clean and worship that toilet.
Just the toilet.
Just the fucking toilet and the floor around it. You know, got it.
They're just waiting to the side while you're just taking a massive.
Yeah. They have like their own little like spot, and they just stand like the guards that guard the palace.
Yeah, they have a little guardhouse.
Yeah. Yeah, and if anyone else tries to use it, they're like, "Hey, if you're not doing cocaine in here right now, you need to go."
If you are, give me some.
Yeah. There you go. I've lived in
There
it
you
for
go.
5 years. I've never had cocaine with no one. Let me try.
He doesn't even let me use the bathroom. I have to hold it during my shifts.
You see that corner? I don't even get that corner. Some other guy gets that fucking corner. One time I had to do a double shift. Pissed my pants. I had to call my granny in to wipe my ass because I shit myself and give me some diapers. That's how dedicated I am to my craft of toiletryism.
He has a degree.
Jesus Christ. He's got a degree, pluminology.
He went to Stanford.
All right, yeah. What do we want to talk about at 80 minutes in? Who's got topics? What you guys got?
I do briefly. I have to mention it. I know, but I still think it's relevant. Tekashi is out, officially off house arrest. He dropped a video, songs, man, whatever. But in the music video, he's just roaming the streets of Bed-Stuy or whatever. I mean, he obviously has his crew or whatever and like security or whatever.
Right.
But he's openly going in the streets, going to McDonald's, like, and
Not even the drive-thru, just going right in.
Like, right
man,
into
let me
the-
get
yeah.
13, number ones, the 45. Yeah.
and he even like posted like just trolling videos of like him like being like pretend chase through New York or whatever, and like just really like fucking poking the bear with all that, just like trying to flex,
Yeah.
like I'm out, and as long as it's going well for him, like yeah, that's gonna look well until someone actually
Yeah.
does
some
something.
shit, or he. I don't know, man. I wish motherfuckers could just fucking chill. You know, like why? Why?
Yeah, we just
I
had,
get that's how you get famous and all, but like, come on, man.
I mean, FBG Duck, Chicago's a rapper, he got killed.
yeah.
And he literally had like friends and like fellow artists that were begging for him to get out of Chicago. They're like, you're a successful artist, you're making money, like keep making music, but get out of the city,
Let me
stop being
contrast
around
that real
that.
quick, because people were saying some of the similar things to like Pop Smoke and stuff like that, and he ended up being up in the hills when he passed away.
Yeah, so it's hard.
So it's like fuck.
If you're not careful with all your shit.
Oh man, yeah. I don't think there's like one
Right
real
answer, yeah.
Especially now with the internet, everything's live. It's so easy just to hop on there. The littlest fucking thing. These people are on it. They're in subreddits. They're deep it in. You know.
Yeah,
What
fucking
for
doxing
weeks
people
on
for the
end,
easiest
coming up
shit.
with these crazy ass things, and to sure the conspiracy might be a hop, but the information they're gathering is somewhat real.
Yeah, we had a lot of feedback in the mic, the headphone.
But yeah, so I don't know. I was like, oh well, he's actually out here, but of course he immediately went back to hiding, into his undisclosed location. I wonder if he's gonna try to stay in New York. 'Cause I thought originally the plan was he was gonna like dip out to Europe, but obviously he probably can't right now even.
Everything's shut down, bro.
Yeah.
Europe is an interesting choice.
There's still flights, isn't there?
I flew
I'm-
out to California
Domestic.
not too long ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure U.S. is banned from a lot of places. so
Canada,
no.
we're still blocked off. Homie can't see his girl. It's all locked out.
Really?
For a while now, too.
Yeah, just because we're considered still so contagious and shit.
Yep.
It's Hobo Alley time.
What if the cure is a lot of money?
Being
Like
bright
the South Park
Jennifer.
episode with
Yeah.
the cured AIDS? Yeah. What if low-key? That's the answer to everything. Have we to actually tried that? I'm
That's
just
why the
saying,
government's trying
why
to take
not?
it from
Why
us.
not try it? Not
No,
me,
I want to
but, like,
criticize
the
that,
lids-
but you're
lids.
already throwing off better ideas than the POTUS, so.
Grape juice.
Oh,
in
I
your
don't like grape
shampoo.
juice. I refuse.
No, it's in your shampoo. Who knows? It might help. Probably not.
You put mint in your shampoo?
Grape.
Wine in your coffee.
That sounds so good.
No, that sounds gross.
That sounds awesome.
Depending on the coffee and wine.
Wine in your tea.
That okay.
Not
That I
like the
can
chamomile
see.
type, but like
Possible,
that
yeah.
that one
Like
might.
maybe like a green tea if it's like a white rice.
or if it's like
wine
one of
or
those like
something.
spring mix kind of things. Maybe 2 teas, a little bit of honey, some wine.
Oh yeah, definitely honey.
Like a light wine, not like a red. I don't know much about wine, but I know that.
You should become a sommelier or whatever it's called.
What the fuck you call me? I gotta take
the
what?
wine testers that like literally
that's-
restaurants will pay for them. They just come through.
What?
Like a sommelier or
Sommelier.
something like that. It's like French, and it just means that you have a really good palate, so you can just taste the wine. You could say like what's in it or whatever. Some are so good they could like tell you what vineyard and year and like, and then so they literally will just go around in nice restaurants and people order stuff and they'll recommend. But here's the funny thing: people could just be like, "Nah, fuck you. I want the white wine." And
Yeah.
even though you like highly recommended a red wine, and they just have to deal with it. Like you're just there to like. But they get paid a shit ton of money. Like, if it's a top restaurant, they'll pay you like $100,000.
I wonder if that's still something that's code related. Yeah, and I'm not good at tasting with wine stuff. No. As now,
Yeah.
like the sweeter wines, and those tend to be the lighter colors. So.
Hey, you at least know something. Jared, not born in Wine County.
Something is better than nothing.
But I lived in Wine County. I should know this shit. And I'm also not a fan of guacamole, and I think that's because I was overexposed when I was a kid. I'm like, all right, you know, I
fucking
get we're in
love it.
California, but like I can't everything. I don't know.
But are you still cool with avocados or no?
Well, that's what I mean. Like avocados, guacamole, like the whole thing.
I
Like,
used to hate avocados.
Such a
and
guacamole,
but
though.
now I love it.
yeah, I
Same
like
with
it.
mushrooms.
Ooh, what?
Mushrooms.
You like
Yeah, I
mushrooms?
used to hate them, but I
Mhm.
love them now.
Yeah, I like them when they're cooked. I don't like them as much raw.
Well, that's why you cook them.
Well, some people like them raw.
Everything's fucking good cooked.
Not dollar steak.
I recently tried jicama. I was pronouncing it jicama for a while. But it's like a Spanish potato thing. And it's like, I don't know, like a not sweet apple mixed with, what'd you say? Like green snap pea
I
or
don't
something
remember.
like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, snappies.
Yeah, like
Right, is that
snap
the
peas
thing-
with an
yeah,
apple,
the
yeah.
little pieces, yeah.
But yeah, but it's almost like an apple, and it has like that same color of the inside of an apple.
Yeah, sounds
And
good, crisp.
I was able to like bake them up, and they were like wannabe fries. They weren't fries, but they were the closest I could get to. Pretty good. I highly recommend Trader Joe's. The place is awesome, and they have really good deals on their alcohol too.
So, do they take trades at Trader Joe's? Do they?
No,
actually
the
trade?
name's misleading.
Then I don't want to go there. I don't want to shop there.
Yeah, I'm not supporting liars.
Nope.
Honesty 2020. Peace be among.
I mean, to be fair, I haven't tried, so maybe they're just like, whoa, you're in. And then they instantly give you a Hawaiian shirt. Like, that's how you're inducted into their club. You just have to have the balls to try to offer a trade.
You just gotta ask for Joe.
Yeah, match me with Joe, please.
Yeah, it's like, hey man, here's the thing.
Their eyes just dart back and forth.
Can you switch over?
Who
to-
sent you?
Who sent you? You gotta answer a half riddle.
Oh.
Riddle me then.
Alright, I'm going home. See you guys.
You out?
You out?
No, I need to go to the Hobo Alley.
Oh.
Just joking.
Wait, you're joking about pissing or you're joking about going home?
I'm joking about going home.
Alright.
Not yet,
Good.
but soon. Eventually.
Don't do yet.
Steve has his appointment with the alley hooker.
She's a hobo.
What would be like the appropriate price range for someone to approach you with like sex for money? That you'd be like, all right, you know, like it's
that
not
I
too
have to
bad.
pay?
Yeah. They're like, hey, you know, and like they look kind of, you know.
That's
pretty
how
decent.
desperate I am.
No, I'm saying like hypothetically, like what would be like the point where it's not low enough so it's like some like weird shady kind of thing, but not like the highest escort thing.
So what you're asking is like, what's the
What do you think
sweet
would be?
middle
what
ground.
makes it like acceptable?
Without it being concerning that it's that cheap.
Yeah, like you're safe, but it's not
Like the mid range, like the mid shelf.
Like not
I
high
don't
end,
know.
not high end, but casual.
Not high-
no
yeah,
strings
exactly.
attached. But you're just paying them.
Yeah.
Are we just talking like a blowjob or whatever?
No,
Or
I'm
like,
talking.
what's
I'm
the
talking.
rate?
Talking the whole thing. I'm talking the whole-
Full-fledged sloppy
full
top.
service, baby.
I mean, I don't have context for like what a reasonable price is. So
I don't
honestly,
either.
Like,
That's why I'm asking. It's probably
What-
something I'll never
what's
do.
the
300 if it's like, is it like for the whole night or is it just for a couple hours?
The whole
Because
night.
like that's gonna change like the rate too.
You're like your friends with benefits that you pay.
What? No, yeah, for one night though. Yeah.
Anything lower than like $75, I think.
Yeah.
If it's 100, then that's like middle, you know.
Like if I'm already cool with them, yeah.
High
But
end-
just a complete stranger.
High end, like
Yeah. You get approached, and it's a decent setting. So like I don't know, like you're at like I don't know something.
It's not like
And-
Colfax.
Yeah. You're at I don't know like an event or whatever.
So like an escort.
Yeah. But you know, mid shelf kind of still. So it's yeah. But it's a better setting. You're not like walking down to your car real quick. She's like, "Hey man, $25. I'll make you holla." You know, she's like, "Hey, what's up? My name is Diamond Cabaret. Let me dance on your dick. Booty butt. All right.
But no, I'd say like probably 300 for all this whole shebang. Because like if a random stranger's going up for me for 125, I'm assuming she's a cop. Or I'm being set up by like someone trying to catch me into doing something depraved. Or she's even going for a kidney. I'm always super wary that someone's trying to take my kidney.
I always ask if they're going for my kidney.
There's a real market for it, man. Could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Wake up in an ice tub, you know. You have like a bomb in your chest.
A bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can destroy the evidence.
And it's an old school iPhone too.
Did you ever see that one movie? I can't remember the name of the actor. I want to say it's Jason Statham, but it might not be. But where he, has like a bomb or some shit in his chest, but the
Crank?
only way. Yeah, Crank.
Yeah, no, I think it's like.
It's the other bald white dude who does action.
No, it's Jason Statham.
It is?
Yeah, he's in that.
Oh, no, it's a Poison, right?
Poison.
Yeah, well, one is like he needs an electrical charge to keep his heart rate going, or else like he'll die.
Yeah.
I think it is because they took his actual heart.
Yeah, or something. But yeah, and it's just insane. So he's just having to do all these crazy adrenaline, like,
Right.
inducing things just to stay alive.
Yeah.
And
Or it's like if he doesn't keep his adrenaline up, then like a poison will spread, and he'll die.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
It'll like get into his heart or whatever, or some shit.
So he's having the opposite issue the Hulk.
Kinda, yeah.
Because the Hulk, he's trying to not get too excited so he doesn't turn.
Yeah,
This guy
pretty much.
can't
Yeah,
calm
like he's
down
literally
until
having to get in
fucking
high
die.
speed chases while
He
getting
has to
blowjobs
constantly-
just to survive.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a pretty insane movie. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I would be able
There's
to do
like
that.
one point where he fucks his lady like in the middle of like a stadium or something.
What?
Yeah.
Like during like a live.
Yeah, because he had
like,
to keep his
event?
adrenaline. Yeah, so I forget how they got there.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Holy shit.
Or at least that's what he told her. Whole time he already had the cure.
Tricky Jason Statham.
tricky. And then he pickpocketed her and ran.
Like, I'm out. Peace. Love you. No, we come back. I love you.
I'll tell you what, Jared. If you're ever with a girl and she ends up being like on some hoe shit and she like tries to flirt with me, I'm gonna let you know first, right? And then we'll plot a thing where like.
What do you mean? Let me know first. Like, what are you gonna say in the initial thing? She's like,
No, I'll entertain it, but not really, and then I'll come to you, and then we'll plot it. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, you're cool, whatever, and then I'll be like, look, we gotta set her up, and then we set her up, and then I'll rob her of her, cards, whatever. We'll get them maxed out, getting I don't even know like pizzas and shit. We'll give them out to the homeless. We'll do a good deed with it too. We're not gonna be complete assholes.
Okay, I'm listening.
And yeah, we'll just max out all of her credit cards, everything. Her student loans, we're spending it all on sex toys. It's gonna be great. And then we'll dip. Do you want to confront her Chris Hansen style too? Like, where I'm just like, oh yeah, meet me in the back, whatever. And then like she'll already be like tied up or something, like ready for some kinky shit. And then you just come out and you're like, what's up, bitch? And she's already like all hog tied up.
Climb through the fucking window. Climb through the fucking window.
Pretend like you're a robber.
As fuck, with a bundle of roses, and we're like, these are for you, and just throw them, and it's like, fuck you, and I'll climb out the window again, just fucking leave.
Roses with the thorns.
Naked.
You even somehow add a bunch of those, those prickly things that always get in like your bike tires and shit.
Dude, yeah, the little thing in the yeah.
Yeah.
Prickly thingies. No.
Things that prick.
Would you call me? Just call me a prick.
Also,
Things
and then
that
later
prick.
on, we sell her address, and then we send her a UPS package. It won't say like who it's from, and inside more of those prickly things, just underneath all the peanuts. So when they're like going around looking for it, their hands will get pricked by.
Ah, what the? Broken glass. What the fuck?
Some of it already has blood on
No,
it.
and it says fragile on it, but it's broken by the time before it even goes there.
You don't mess with Jared's heart. So any of you future ladies out there listening, we will ruin your life.